Hi there and welcome to Celeb Hut. This moment, Kanye is once again at uncovering obscure celebs. And you all know at whatever point Kanye needs to spill tea, he generally accompanies it. He has a track history of slamming celebs and uncovering the insane things that they do in the background, and you all realize he got the genuine tea, and he has his eyes set solidly on Drake. Now, Kanye and Drake have had hamburger for quite a while after Kanye blamed Drake for having an unsanctioned romance with his then-spouse, Kim Kardashian. Well, it appears as though Kanye is at long last prepared to have his vengeance by uncovering Drake's undertaking with Hollywood fat cat Lucian Grainge. And not in the least did Kanye exhibitions the undertaking. Yet he is additionally taking steps to spill sound film of Clive applauding Drake's cheeks and Diddy's manner, conceding him as far as possible over the dance off "This You All Is Giving Untidy," and you realize Kanye lives to be muddled. So prepare your teacups so we can have a toast to the douches, have a tea. Oast to the a-hole. How about we have a toast to the slime balls, and every one of them, that yos we going to get into it cuts Drake's spirit. It's like he marked his spirit to Satan to not be cool with me, to need to like. This is his responsibility to conflict with God. Wow. So assuming you believed that Drake and Kanye West had at long last completed their meet, well, you should plunk down for this in light of the fact that, as per Kanye, in addition to the fact that they beefing yet are Kanye like we. C clarified that he is at absolutely no point ever going to be companions with Drake in the future. Gracious, and he is dropping some tea about how Drake is on the down, however, and he has a rich friendly benefactor who was supposedly the president of widespread music bunch Lucian Grainge. Let these Hollywood people tell Lucian Grainge is everyone's friendly benefactor. He should get around well now for the people who don't realize Kanye and Drake have had a beef for quite a while, and everything began when Kanye blamed Drake for having an unsanctioned romance with Kim. It got genuinely untidy, and Drake truly didn't help things when he discussed Kim and his melodies in My Sentiments, no doubt. You all recollect Kiki. Do You Love Me? Is You Composing Better Believe It? Kanye was really persuaded that that melody was about him and that the issue did occur, and during his Fantasy Champions interview he discussed how he stood up to Drake about the supposed undertaking. You realize I know him yet I resembled ye. You behaved as you did, you got bars very much like secret impact points, make your significant other shudder, you doing all sort of, it's like someone tossing a marble and concealing their hand or something to that effect. It resembles all of you that is rude. Well, I truly had this discussion. We had this discussion, and this is undeniably finished to where Kim be as, I don't pay attention to this. Not anymore behaving like he and like we ain't never truly like. We never truly had that discussion gracious. Him like, no yet. What might be said about all the did you ever DM her? Did you ever, you understand what I'm talking about, all the other things around it? You know, 'cause it ain't about only the real demonstration of it. You know, the demonstration, the expectation of something is what we live in now, is the most brief snapshot of our life. Well, they dropped out because of this supposed issue, yet on December 9th, 2021, Kanye West and Drake facilitated an occasion called the Free Larry Hoover Benefit Show. This show was held to bring issues to light for jail and condemning change in the U.S. Anyway, their reality didn't keep going. Extremely lengthy. They before long dropped out once more and begun beefing with one another. It's been a long time since Dan and Kanye is as yet clutching this resentment extra hard on the grounds that in another meeting he talked about how Drake has sold his spirit for popularity and how Drake is purportedly attached to Diddy insane stuff that is happening with the federal authorities. In another meeting with the Download, Kanye uncovered that he accepted that Drake had closed down his spirit to the influential individuals in the business, like Lucian Grainge. Purportedly, you were not invigorated, we were stimulated. Show it's a ton to take in because, like you said, you like individuals. You and Drake were neighbors once, but that wasn't my decision. Okay, that was why was companions. He was your little brother at one point. I'm similarly the extent to which I seen from the external searching in. I really want a back rub some on my neck. No doubt better believe it. No doubt did the Hoover show together me and the remainder of the world that we were back cool. What occurred after that? Like what occurred after that? Since I thought once that show happened, It cut Drake's spirit. It resembles he marked his spirit to Satan to not be cool with me. To need to like this is his responsibility to conflict with God. Wow. Yet you all realize Kanye didn't stop there, since he likewise proceeded to talk about Drake's supposed undertaking with Lucian, alluding to Lucian as Drake's child daddy. Drake has a rich child daddy named Lucian, so his streams in the number on is all constrained by somebody named Lucian. Well, Lucian work for individuals who control the banks in Africa, who keep... one thing about Kanye is that he never minces his words and makes things up. He even purportedly went on to guarantee that Lucian could have purportedly set up the hit on Diddy by the federal authorities. Now, this is extremely fascinating on the grounds that a long-time prior Eddie Griffin said exact. Lie the same thing regarding how Lucian purportedly set the federal authorities on Diddy, since he figured out that Diddy had tapes on him in a few exceptionally harming positions. If you catch my drift, this simply a speedy quick hit on the mother property. You won't call the press and express we going to hit Puffy's bunk. You about to raise a ruckus around town, and they about to need to find out about that through the grave line and rush down there as speedy as they can. Yet no, we seen the ethereal S.A. hot of them driving up and showing up at this mother den. Someone's behind and someone far up the stepping stool. And I imagine that stepping stool is the head of all-inclusive music gathering. He asked for help from his companions. No doubt Eddie Griffin proceeded to guarantee that Clive Davis and Leon purportedly forfeited Diddy to take care of themselves, since they understood that Diddy purportedly had tapes of them in full oddity mode, and they required those tapes, so they supposedly arranged his strike. C. Davis, definitely. That is the beast in the head of General Music Bunch. He's a put D up, and they sacrifice and did. They said you gotta take this. Shay, we can't be involved yet. Diddy savvy, he recorded each meeting. He was CL and the Dios and Freak Kid to run a widespread music gathering. Well, that is the reason they striking the house, since they got companions in country security in the F, and they expressed arrive and get them tapes from this yawas. He's attempting to coerce us, which is, the thing I accept is going on with you all. It's extremely muddled, yet it didn't stop there on the grounds that Lil Bar's claim uncovered Lucian Grainge, and supposedly subsidizing Diddy's Xing, and furthermore benefiting from it to the place where Lucian supposedly assisted him with concealing it. Bar's reports said that while residing and going with Mr. Jones, they found that Mr. Combs has stowed away cameras in each room of his home. Mr. Jones accepts that Mr. Combs has accounts of respondents Lucian, Charles Gra Ethiopia, Habhat Mariam, as well as different VIPs, Music Mark's chiefs, legislators, and competitors. He went on, upon data and conviction, that these people were recorded without their insight and assent, and similarly, as with the gay sex tape of Stevie J that Mr. Combs gave Mr. Jones. Mr. Combs has a compromising film of each and every individual that hosts, went to his oddity-off gatherings and his local gatherings upon data and conviction because of this gold mine of proof he currently possesses. Mr. Combs accepts that he is exempt from the laws that apply to everyone else and is unapproachable. And obviously, Lucian sent his extravagant attorneys after Little Pole, and they denied the charge, saying in an offense, Ively, wild objection arrangement has been inappropriately hauled into this matter, in spite of having no information on, nor any association in any of Mr. Coles's supposed direct, not exclusively, will we show the hostile misrepresentation of these cases. Yet we will look for recuperation of each and every penny of cost and harm brought about by their statement. Yet this didn't stop Lil Bar, since he refreshed the claim, uncovering exactly how profound Lucian was. In did he supposed wrongdoings, including purportedly financing Did's exercises with truly little youngsters. The claim said, among the substantial advances, that respondents Lucian Charles Gra, Ethiopia, Habhat, Mariam M-Town, Records Love Records, and General Music Gathering took to help. Mr. Combs was giving huge amounts of mun, which made the sex-dealing adventure conceivable, furnishing Mr. Combs with huge amount of U.S. money caused litigant Luing Charles Range in all-inclusive music. gathering to get monetary advantages. It then, at that point, proceeded to blame arrangement and UEMG for tax avoidance for the sole reason for profiting from Diddy's supposed exercises. They said respondents hid its conveyance of huge amounts of money, likely great many dollars, to Mr. Combs and his partners to profit from Mr. Combs's sex dealie. Nung adventure that obstinately tumbled to opportune document required charge revelations encompassing the subsidizing of these sex-dealing parties with the national government, on the grounds that doing so would risk its capacity to benefit from the sex-dealing adventure you all. Little Burglarize was not bashful with this large number of allegations. In this claim, neither did he keep whatever down on the grounds that the claims proceeded to say, respondent Lucian Charles Gra and all-inclusive music, gathering purposely took an interest in sex dealing and promoted the Combs sex dealing adventure. The substantial strides above comprised participating in the sex dealing adventure and were vital for its prosperity. The substantial advances comprised dynamic commitment by litigants in Brush's a sex-dealing adventure, as per Kanye. Not exclusively was a huge drag purportedly with Lucian, yet he was supposedly engaged to the entire Diddy. Subscribe Celeb Hut for more videos.